How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and welcome to your Saturday live stream, the first one in April. April, right?
April. I'm the Astonishing Melanie.
I'm the Uncanny Omar.
And together we are Omni.
That's right. April 5th.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. What was that Mega Man thing in the thumbnail?
The Mega Man thing was the Little Mega Man. It's a new manga series that Udon is translating, and man, they've announced all kinds of Blue Bomber stuff. They've got Mega Man, like Little Mega Man, Mr. Mega Man, which the kids and I recorded all these overviews.
I like,
and the Mega Man tribute, names. The Mega Man. What is it? One of the art books is coming back. Starlink, I think. Or no, one we never had in America. And they're doing a new series of Mega Man, Mega Man X. It's a mini series, and then
as
Udon
Omar is talking about Mega Man in the chat, say where you're from.
Oh yes, and then they are also reprinting the Archie collections that have been long out of print. Hopefully they'll have the Sonic crossover there, and we'll have everything. And it's pretty cool that they're doing that.
Mr. Mega Man and
Mr. You call me Mr. Mega Man. Happy Saturday, Melanie and Omar, and all my fellow Minties.
How was the Minecraft movie, Fernando?
Oh yeah, I heard there was a Superman.
Oh gosh,
sneak peek in there.
That mega
high,
like his voice.
I'm gonna take a mega nap. Oh man, that guy. That's all he did. Like he would just like mega. He would add mega to everything. Oh, you love the 5-minute sneak peek. Oh, the one with Crypto. He's such a good dog. You thought that was cute. Oh, you man. What's up, Sean DeSoka? Jewish Dragons. How are you, my friend?
I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. Have you spoken with David if taxes are going to increase in the tariffs? Wow.
I haven't even had 3 sips of my really cruddy, milky drink. Not in particular. Oh gosh. You hit the button when you moved this button, and then when I push down it. Yeah, I'm gonna blame myself. It ain't my fault.
Right, you're right.
Not in particular, like prices and tariffs, because nobody really knows right now, right? Oh man, I hate talking about this, but it's everywhere. Every publisher is trying to figure things out. That's all I can say. You know, I have friends that work at different publishing companies, and they're all trying to figure things out. What are they going to do? I don't know. I don't. You know, I try to be positive and hopeful when things happen and there are changes made, and part of that is also being honest, but I haven't 100% heard anything like firm, right? So, yeah, everything right now is up in the air, including what will be the final tariffs. I mean, it's essential stuff, so I don't know. I don't even want to talk about cancellations and things like that, but it's just I've already seen cancellations of another hobby that I'm in, which is the video game hobby and the toy hobby. So, action figure hobbies. There were cancellations made because they couldn't keep up. It's just too much money that the tariffs are going to cost them. So
we shall see. Our Worlds at War, or why do I read it like that? How come Our Worlds at War prelude, Omni, is missing a good amount of issues?
I don't know. Because I think it's an event Omni, so they're just focused on the characters of what is his name, Imperial X, the main villain, right? Setting him up throughout many different issues, and then having the whole event. That's probably why. Just like Death and Return of Superman is an event omnibus, so you don't have the whole issue collected in there that has Doomsday. You just have him punching that door, right? And that's it.
There's a question. Mm-hmm. I watched the X-Men movies the other day and wanted to read a comic based on X-Men. What would you recommend for someone reading X-Men comics for the first time?
If you like the movies, go New X-Men or Astonishing X-Men. That's kind of the era where everything was like, ooh, this is working in the movies. Let's bring our books over closer to the movies, and who better to do that than Grant Morrison? And then eventually it was Joss Whedon.
Good morning. How's Thor Volume 5 and Punisher doing in the reprint poll?
I don't know. I haven't checked. Thor 5 was doing pretty good the last time I checked. So yes, the reprint poll of Epic Collections is open until tomorrow, 10 p.m. So please, if you need anything, go and vote.
And where can they find
actually, Thor 5 isn't doing as well as I thought it was gonna mean. There are other titles that are killing it right now. What is this one?
Is the link in the description?
The link? No, I'll share the link. James has the link. James, could you share the link in the chat? Holy moly, you all really like Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 7. What was the other book that you asked for?
No, it was just that one.
Oh, Punisher.
Oh, sorry, I'm wrong.
Let's see, Punisher. I skimmed through the P's and I didn't see anything that stood out. But then again, some of these are going to stand out way more than others.
Oh, wait,
Kingpin Rules is doing really, really well. Everything else, not really. But we shall see, right? We shall see. We still got a day to vote.
It's the end of my spring breaks, John DeSook, and it's the beginning of my daughter's spring break. Yeah. So, thank you. I got this done a couple of days ago. I'm trying to get my hair did every 3 months, making the color last for that long. So I got just solid this magenta.
Thank you so much, James. Yes.
Thank you, James.
So this will end tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So please, if you need any epics, go and vote.
And we have a super chat from John. Thank you.
Rank the redesigns from the best to worst.
Wait. Yeah, sure.
Thor the Crossing, Boob Window Sue, Iron Man with Nose, Exoskeleton Cap, Miniskirt Hawkeye, Penance. You know where that's going. Feral Wolverine, although Angel Punisher, Race Swap Punisher. Okay, here we go. I actually think Thor from the Crossing has a. You know what? No, I was a kid. I was that target audience. Give me that Boob Window Sue. Thank you.
So
Tom DeFalco's run. That's the best. That is the best. She walked out with attitude when she got that costume. Man, that's the best. That's the best. Let them things breathe. All right. Next is Thor from the Crossing. I actually like that costume. After that, these are miniskirt Hawkeye never really bothered me. Hasn't bothered other people. Exoskeleton Cap, and then Iron Man with a Nose. And this is where it gets bad. I'm going to go with Angel Punisher. I'm going to go with Race Swap Punisher, which only lasted a few issues. And then Feral Wolverine. And then Penance. Oh, thank you, John, for the hard questions.
Flynn said Kitty Pryde's breathing a sigh of relief that her costumes aren't included here.
Oh my gosh, the one from 149 and I Magneto. That one's pretty bad. Huh?
That suit was controlled by Malice, and Malice wore skippy outfits.
But she kept it. I'm okay with that. Everyone likes Boob Window. Nobody but Omar admits. I mean, wait till Marvel Rivals. I hope she has that outfit.
Are there plans to continue Omnis for Silver Surfer from the point of the one coming out this month and moving forward?
Plans? I'm sure there are plans, yeah, but we don't know what they're going to be. We don't know exactly. We know all the way to January of 2026, and I know of some Omnis that are coming out in later 2026, but I can't say what they are. So, but I'm sure they have plans for that stuff. They've been mapped. I love Kitty, but she could have had a more interesting outfit design. You remember? Oh, no, wait, Bar doesn't
toss the outfit the moment she got rid of Malice, is what Saturday Morning Fan said.
Are you sure about that? She kept it for a while. If you can give me that Claremont Omni Volume 3, that one right there. Let me see if it's in there. It's 140. Okay. It's the 150. Maybe it's in. Oh, you know what? I bet it's in 2. Did you say boring, Bar? Let me show you something.
I'll fight anyone who speaks ill of Boob Window Sue.
Right? It's a great outfit. She can move around freely, doesn't have to abide by the laws of...
Mr. Kyle says, the love when Sinister reads Kitty for filth in Hellions when he mentions her costume taste.
All right. You ready, Bar? Don't you ever speak ill of Kitty Pryde's costume designs. And boring? I'm sorry. This is like something Bar would wear on a Friday night.
Wow. Good for you. Let's see. Not a lot of reprints this year. Is it likely going to stay this way, or is there a chance some Omnis can get reprinted with the poll?
No, some things will be reprinted. And that's why we're doing the poll again. Yeah. By the way, I'm not going to lose this morning. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Brent.
Nope, she dumped it after.
Did she? Okay. I thought she kept it for a while. That was during the Paul Ryan run, right? Yeah, I thought she kept it for a while, but regardless.
I saw Emma Frost's Marvel Rival design. The first thing he thought of was Omar and his preferences.
Oh my gosh. Tina and I did a video yesterday, and I was like, man, Emma's thighs need her own zip code. My goodness. Woo! That's how you get me to play Marvel Rivals.
Ready for kidding.
Yeah. And she, I didn't show you the best part. She had roller skates.
Yep, that's what Axel was saying.
Don't forget the roller skates. That's right.
When is the Omni reprint poll?
Actually, I have that on the calendar. Peter and I are going to be working on that. Taylor is going to join us for that, and my calendar is right here. That will kick off April 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
And while you got the tabs open, somebody asked earlier about Star Wars, how Star Wars is doing the epic reprint poll.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Yes, looks like somebody. I love when people vote when I'm looking at this. It goes back to the beginning. Is there a specific Star Wars? Because they're not doing too well.
Yeah. The person just said Star Wars, but yeah, it doesn't look.
Oh, especially Empire. Well. Empire isn't doing well at all. Republic, original, yeah. Let me know which Star Wars, and I'll tell you if it's doing a little bit better. The Clone Wars is the one that's doing better than others, but even that isn't doing too hot. No cross-gen news, comic pages.
Hey, Omar, what is on your Superman Super Family wish list for future Omni release? I hope more Supergirl ones do come out in addition to more Superman.
I mean, number one would be Supergirl by Peter David. Superboy, the Tom Grummett years with Carl Kessel and Ron Mars. I would love that to come out. Steel is probably the most underappreciated, underrated, undercollected Superman family character. That's not that's not Jimmy Olsen or Lois Lane, but even I think they've had some collections. Yeah, so those probably the stuff I grew up with. Thank you, Phenomenal AC. Don't forget to smash that like button, please.
Are there any plans of doing some new interviews with ship owners like a few years back? I really like those.
Ship owners.
Are you talking about store owners?
Store owners? I'd be more than happy to. Any kind of
see you in the future, Matt.
Have a good one, Matt. And any kind of ideas you all have, I'd be more than happy to check out and do.
What's your favorite Nightwing run?
Chuck Dixon and Scott McDaniel's run. 100%. Probably because it was there when I needed.
Because you're fair and you give all comic creators a chance.
Unless your name is Chip Zdarsky. It's not even your real name.
Just thinking about how, like, you don't like Chuck Dixon's run on Wolverine. But
Chuck Dixon's run? He never wrote Wolverine.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
Daniel Way?
No, Austin.
Chuck Austin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But I don't mind Chuck Austin's War Machine. I think that's about the only thing I don't mind. And he did a manga. He did a baseball manga too.
Thank you.
Yeah, just because somebody had a bad run doesn't mean I'm gonna be like Daniel Way did a Bullseye story, and I like that. And he did like a couple of issues of the not Untold Tales of Spider-Man, but oh gosh, of course it leaves my head with Tangled Web, and they were pretty good. Like I thought he was gonna be a pretty good writer.
Ryan's saying that Chuck Dixon's easy to get hold of.
How are you? How do you know how easy he is to get a hold of? Absolute Preacher 3 getting a reprint. I'm finally going to finish this collection. Yay! Yes, it is. Omar, any news? Oh,
where?
Transcendent Travis. Up a little, right there. Yeah.
There you go.
Any news when the Tiger Eyes top 60 Omni will start? That will probably start, if I'm looking at my calendar, Peter and I did not want to plan too much, because that will look like, oh no, it looks like April 28th. Tiger Eyes, are you watching right now? Are you busy at 6 p.m. Eastern time on April 28th? Please hit that like button if you are. And email me. Good morning, fellow collected edition readers. Oh man, that is a very classy way to say good morning. Omar, did you go back and watch last week's stream, Omar? Yeah, my friends were on, and I think some of them will be on next Saturday when I'm at C2E2. So if you're going to C2E2 in Chicago, Illinois, come and say hi. We also have a greet and meet. And where's the greet and meet, you say? Well, the greet and meet is, hold on a second here. Let me make sure I got the time and everything right. My buddy Don made up. Okay, it's at the Fat Poor Tap Works at McCormick Place, which is right across from the Convention Center at 2206 Indiana Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. And it's located in the Hilton Garden Inn. And we put a social media post out there, too. So you're literally waking up. Welcome to the party, pal. Omar, news, updates on release. Well, no, my Switch 2 has been canceled, but that's all I know so far. C2E2, is that an asteroid? Melanie? Beady. Nope, it's an android, the little robot. I did get some mail. I went on Monday to get mail, John. I hope if you did send something, it was there on Monday, because I didn't have a chance to go back again because I had to film a bunch of videos because I'm going to be on next week. I haven't met Dom in person. He looks really tall. Maybe because he has. Maybe I need to put my camera closer to me so I look really tall. Oh, the complete no news on the. Oh, will the live stream next Saturday be at the same time? Yes. Dom will take over.
Let's see. Hey, Omar in chat, is the Prelude to Mute Massacre out of print?
Let me find out. I don't know if Derek's watching. Man, Derek helped me out a ton. Big shout out to Derek. I owe him an email. I don't know. Derek Tyler, are you here, buddy? He was helping me out with all of these things last week. So let me ask my contact.
Sean, so he does plan on doing some interviews, but not a panel.
Yeah, no panel this year. But
yes, Kaden. It's awesome. I think Avengers Doomsday has some potential. I think it's going to be awesome. Good morning, Omar. Melanie.
Yeah, I think that Robert Downey Jr. guy, he's going to be okay.
Picked up the complete Harrow County hardcover. Wow, the quality of the book and story is A-list.
Dude, did you like it? I love that story, brother. Like, it's so good. That's my kind of creepy story, like about the Haints. You can't say Haints. Like, I learned so much through that story too.
You learned so much about what? Haints?
About, every like every part of the world has its own myths and legends and lores and supernatural things, right? Like people from Peru know about Tunche. I don't know if Jack Ferry's watching or not. But that talks about like the South in that particular era of like demons and ghosts and stuff. I like that. And part of the reason why I fell in love with Hellboy was because Mignola was able to use a lot of those myths and lores from different parts of the world and different eras and throw them all into his stories. Hey, what's up, Lance? So, yeah.
Could you list the Krakoa Omnis collected in chronological that are coming out? I don't want to get the creator-centric ones.
Omnis collected in chronological order? I think right now we know is Dawn of X, right? Age of Krakoa, Dawn of X will be the first one, volume 1. And they said they would have 10 to 11 Omnis collected of those in chronological order. Everything else, like the event books, like the Wolverine, the Sabretooth War, that's an event book, and so is the Fall of X. So whenever we get to the end of Krakoa, Lord knows when that'll be, it'll be mapped different.
And Kane's saying thank you again for sending a graduation gift.
You're welcome, buddy.
Which villain do you want for Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Zeb, Paul. Paul. I want Paul. Who have they not used? Let's see. Who do I want to see on screen? I've always been a fan. I think butchered the hell out of Craven the Hunter, though, so never mind. They've done Mysterio. They've done the Green Goblin.
You want Typeface?
White Rabbit.
Scorpion. Hobgoblin. No, it's too similar, though.
Mr. Negative would be cool.
Did you see?
Although he may.
Did you read that? Is that why you said Mr. Negative?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Stephen Ewan is Mr. Negative. But Mr. Negative, I think, would work better as an animated character for the Spider-Verse. Just visually. If it's Brand New Day, Menace and Jackpot. Well, this is a good question.
Joe Kelly's Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. I don't know if they'll ever go back to like the basics though. Right. I really like when both him and Batman are just fighting like, the mobsters. So maybe something, but then I people are so used to Spider-Man movies now being so huge and big in scale. So you need somebody.
That's a good question.
Man, I mean, if they didn't screw up Venom, that would be fun.
Any release news on Incal Complete's box set or Astro City Opus Edition Volume 1?
Neither one. Sorry.
And David likes Gunsmith Cats.
Oh, it's so good, dude. I love that. But I want that car to this day.
Is it true Peruvians don't get along with Chileans? And is it true that Peruvians don't get along with Ryan?
I like some Ryans.
I've never heard you say anything at all about Chile. Is it like in sports? Like in football?
There was a war.
Like,
there was a big war over land. Like
okay.
Every other war has been fought. And yeah, they took our land and they're not that great. They're not that. They're about as good as soccer as Peru is. Argentina, on the other hand.
For the Krakoa era, we could be looking at least 15 Omnis for everything.
10 to 11 is what they've mapped. And the Prelude to the Massacre is not out of print.
Okay, good. Just received Absolute Promethean. Love it.
Yes.
Is DC going to release the rest of the volumes? By the way, hello.
Hey, Volume 2 is in the catalog in January of 2026.
Store and Collectibles, Lionheart got.
Go Nits! I did too, and I got K. Did I get Blanca? My Blanca hasn't shipped yet.
Speaking of jackpot, did you see DMC Omar? I thought it was
no, I haven't.
Some welcome changes, in my opinion.
That I'm afraid because of the Limp Bizkit opening, but I love Devil May Cry.
Oh, Devil May Cry. Okay.
Yeah.
Silvermane. I liked her character design.
You're thinking of Silver Sable.
Oops, never mind.
Silvermane's the old man with. Like,
Well, I go dead. Maybe I like some.
Oh gosh, you need to stop right there.
Hey, MC.
Hey, how you doing, Ibsy? I'm going on a week-long vacation with my family tomorrow, so I gotta go prepare my luggage.
Oh,
hope
fun.
I'll make it back before the stream ends. We'll have it on my TV for the time being. See you all. Well, you'll have
yell
fun.
Really loud to Bar in the other room.
You have fun on your vacation, Bar.
Fold those clothes correctly, Bar.
Right. Batman started out noir character, and I love film noir. Demo Goblin's a good one. Demo and Hobgoblin together, and bring in Gold Goblin.
I'm trying to remember.
And Goblin Queen, not Goblin Queen, Queen Goblin, Red Goblin. We'll have a Goblin family. Yeah, need a story where Chameleon is working as a top stooge of the Kingpin.
Which DC Omni should I buy? Have Batman by Snyder, volumes 1 and 2, Batman and Robin by Tomasi, Rise and Fall of the Batman, just started collecting DC.
Gotham Central. If you like Batman, Gotham Central. I'm trying to find something for you that will expand your horizons outside.
He's not in Gotham Central, is he?
He is. He makes a cameo a couple times.
So
it's about the police.
If you like, how about what type of?
Do you like crime stories? Yeah. Like The Wire or Homicide: Life on the Street? It's brilliant, man. I'm trying to find a book that will expand your horizons and of
I got you.
Batman, but outside of Batman, because he's so connected to the rest of the DC universe. Batman. If you have No Man's Land, there are some Supermans. There's a really good Superman story in that. No, it's Prelude to the No, Road to No Man's Land is what it's on. Those are good. Those are really good. What's in Batgirl by Gail Simone. That's excellent. Thank you. Yeah, Sal and I are we have been talking about doing episodes on each other's channels for years, and it's just one of those things. We both get busy. So I was like, I'm just gonna text him and ask him if he wants to join, and he was super cool about it. So yeah. So I know he's a busy guy, and I completely understand what it's like to make to run a YouTube channel. And I think he's got 2 plus a Twitch channel and a podcast. As a Peruvian, do you feel like Paddington is a good representation? Well, I do like my marmalade.
Do you?
I used to, but my wife doesn't ever buy any. That's okay though. She didn't know.
Maybe because I'm not a mind reader.
Whoa.
And if you ever put it on the grocery list?
Okay. Well, it's a good representation of Peruvians, I think. Yes. I will say it was my brother was watching something. I can't remember. And he was like, when talking of the Peruvian people and how South Americans are described, Peruvians are like your caring grandmothers, the way that we were described as a people. Like your loving, caring grandmother. And I was like, I could kind of really see that. Like, it's a really cute way of putting it.
I'm buying Shadow unless he puts it on the list. I'm not buying marmalade.
You know who didn't have to put it on the list?
I'm gonna remember
my mom
and
or a Peruvian lady.
Patrick's has red. DC 52. Loved Aquaman. Green.
Okay.
Jail.
Oh, you like Green Lantern, dude? Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, Volume 1. Get that, man. It's so good.
Should Eddie try Birthright? Red Sweet Tooth, Little Monsters.
I like Birthright. Birthright's my kind of story. It's been done to death, but I don't care. I really like it. The pitch to Birthright is, this kid is playing baseball with his dad, just tossing the ball when he's young, right? And he goes into the woods and disappears. And a year later, I think it's a year later, like the town, everybody thinks that the father killed the son. Even the wife starts thinking maybe the wife has killed the kid. The kid comes back, but he's a grown man with a sword and he looks like a barbarian. And he's there on a quest to kill the other generals from the opposing team of this world that he traveled to. Oh man, I like stories like that. It's like I guess it's like isekai, if you will, right?
Really quick before Steven's live. What is super chat?
No.
Right.
What's it called, Hamas? What's it called? Ryan, are you trolling me?
Yeah, because you would love that.
Will the Dynavax mapping be correct? Thank
you for the super chat, Steven.
I have reached out to them and talked to Marvel, and I said that is one thing that has to be done on those books is they can't be separated by trade paperbacks. They have to be in a proper reading order. And I did suggest the editor at the time, what's the name? Jordan White's reading order. Like he apparently had a reading order. So I hope so.
Do you think Marvel will release a Dr. Voodoo omnibus?
Is there enough material? I know he had one masterwork is why I'm asking.
I know I haven't. Yeah.
No.
And he doesn't get single issues.
I'm waiting for the hardcover.
Where's it explained how Superman turned blue in Grant Morrison's JLA run? I don't recall it being explained in that run, but it has been a while since I read it.
It's not explained. It's actually in the Superman run. It's when he starts losing his powers and he starts dying, and then all of a sudden he can turn into blue lightning. And he just happened to be Blue Lightning Superman when Grant Morrison started writing JLA. Oh, yes, dude. I love all of JSA. And if you're liking that, you're going to love the rest, dude.
Surely I've had sauerkraut at some point in my life, but I don't remember. So
well, you've been to
that's a safe answer, isn't it?
Oktoberfest, and a lot of them serve the food trucks.
But I don't
serve.
I don't think I remember. Good morning. Are we cousins? Good morning, cousin.
What's up, Big Johnny?
Do you think House of X, Powers of X will ever be covered in omnibus format, or is the OHC the best version we're going to get?
Well, I tried, so that's why I'm saying no. I when I saw that Dawn of X that we're gonna do it, I said, is there any way to add House and Powers of X in there? Because that is where that era kicks off. And they thought about it, and they were like, well, maybe. And we kind of went back and forth. And then at the end, I said, at the very least, if we could get that reprinted, people would appreciate it so they can have Dawn of X and the beginning of this era. And they reprinted it. So that's why I'm saying no. I don't think it'll ever be.
So it's called Homicide by David Simon.
By David Simon? Really? He's the guy that created it. I mean, he's the one that wrote the book and created the series. Yeah.
Remember when I bought you that novel?
I do remember that.
Do you remember reading it?
I don't understand.
Ryan, thank you for letting him know. What are your thoughts on Charles Soule's Daredevil? I finished the Muse introduction arc, and it's definitely my favorite part of the run so far.
I like Blind Spot. I like the whole Kingpin aspect of things. I like it. I mean, it's not my favorite Daredevil run, not in the top 5, but it's good. I really like it. I liked it more than Andy Diggle's run. I think a lot of people
Thanks
say
for
that.
the info.
Objection! You're welcome.
And Scott says those Homicide graphic novels are fantastic.
Quarzomi's art is so good. Okay, well, now I need to find them. Ryan, send them to me. Send them to me.
Do you think they can make a Daredevil O'Neill omnibus?
Yes, the follow-up to Frank Miller, but then, I mean, eventually we're going to get there anyway, right? That would be in a volume 6. I saw it from eBay. Superman, Supergirl figures from McFarlane, DC. Did you get the Woman of Tomorrow figure, Kenny?
Can the Hoxpox Oversized HD be called an omnibus? Rebrand it?
It's already been solicited as a hardcover. But if they Peter and I were actually talking about this. Like, if they rebrand it, they might charge $100 for it instead of $75 just for the Omni name. I don't know. I don't really know if that's true or not. Will you sign a petition if I haven't created it yet to change Wolverines to Papi Gara Caliente? No.
When are we getting Daredevil Born Again in the Epic Collections line? Spider saying 1610 needs that.
Well, we're getting the beginning of Miller's run, so here in a couple of years. I did not see the Naked Gun 4 trailer. There are things to me in life that are precious and should not be remade, reimagined. One of those in this house is Transformers. The other one is Disney movies. I love Disney movies. And I have never seen any of the live action ones. They could be amazing. They could be great. And if you and your kids love them, that's awesome. I'm glad you all enjoy them, but they're not for me. And the other one is you do not mess with Leslie Nielsen's masterpiece.
I just watched a short this morning.
I love Naked Gun. All 3 of them. And Police Squad, the TV show. My gosh, go ahead.
Oh, just that.
You watch a TV show?
I watched a short. Leslie Nielsen, one of his jokes. And New Spooey Channel, twice I tried to watch the Superman trailer, but I was too busy getting ready. And I was like, I have to actually look at it, so I'll watch it later. D. Marcel, I need to read Superior Spider-Man because Omar loves it. Mm-hmm. So D. Marcel loves it. And I don't see people talk about much. I also love the Assassin Spider-Man story too.
I will say the Superior Spider-Man story is a very, very popular one for Dan Slott's run. It was probably the most requested Dan Slott era of Spider-Man Omni. And we did, and now we're getting a volume 2. Oh, the chances of Civil War happening are I'm sure they will come. There's no way they don't do it. How they're mapped though, that's a different story. That will be that to me is a nightmare of a map because the stories don't even connect to each other. Like me personally, I would not break anything apart except for maybe having Captain America 25 right after Civil War 7. Even the frontline stories, like when you read them, you're like, where the heck does this fit in? I have a tough decision. Should I buy the Long Halloween hardcover for half off or wait for the DC Compact when it comes off in 6 months? If you like Tim Sale, get the bigger version, especially if it's half off. The deluxe hardcover, right?
I was skeptical about Naked Gun, but after the trailer, I said this.
Is it a 4?
Josh says my friends worked on Naked Gun. This is a sequel. This is his kid.
Hold on, Liam Neeson is his kid.
Gun is like a follow-up, not a remake.
Liam Neeson is.
It looks faithful to the classic movies. He's playing Frank's son in the movie.
Y'all are gonna make me watch this trailer. All right.
The only live-action Disney remake I loved was the 2015 Cinderella starring Lily James. That was a star-making performance.
I haven't seen any of them, man. But if you like them, then more power to you, brother.
Yeah, it's not a remake; it's a sequel.
Really?
Ben Loudly, thank you for the
Frank
super
Drebin. Why am I asking? Okay, I'll watch a trailer. I was recommending Rucka and Kaketo's Punisher run. It's excellent. Are they reprinting it anytime soon? Am I stuck hunting back issues for now? Unfortunately, you're stuck hunting back issues for now. It has been collected in 3 trade paperbacks. Those might be a little bit easier to find, but I think even those are out of print.
Good luck, and thank you for the super chat. Yes, watch it. There's a killer joke at the end.
Really? Okay. But they could go, like you. The thing about that era of movies is that they don't make jokes like that anymore. Like, you can't. Well, all right, I'll give it a shot. Let's see what you all were talking about. Don't say anything. All I know about it is that Liam Neeson is playing the lead character. So he's Frank Drebin's son? Huh.
James is like, watch it now.
Wait. See, I'm not a fan of Family Guy, though. So Seth MacFarlane developed it. I thought it was Lonely Island that developed it. Huh. Okay, now the OJ moment in Naked Gun trailer is what makes you think that. Okay, wait. So they acknowledge. Okay, now Dana's got me curious.
Okay, react to it right now. And I'll talk about Cosmo. Shop time.
Oh, it is Cosmo Shop time. So if you live in Canada and you're interested in picking up any of these books that we're talking about, the big books, check out bdcosmos.com. They're a Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec. 25% off your order of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of 250 Canadian dollars or more. Let them know Near Mint Conditions sent you their way, and you're added to the monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers, and that is
BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles they can give customers in Canada. Pew pew.
There we go. All right.
Thank you, Saturday morning, man.
What are we rooting for? It's
only 50 seconds.
Watch it right now on your phone. I'm not gonna do that. This is the Q&A. James, quit making people leave here to go to the trailer.
DC needs to stop, or it needs to drop a Stormwatch Omni.
Let me ask you, what era, Antoine? You talking about the classic era, man? Because I'm all over that, dude. That Scott Clark artwork. Roberto Rodriguez, I was just thinking about you the other day in a clean way. I haven't seen you, man. How you been, dude?
I don't think you have to add that.
I do have to add that, just in case. If you can watch the trailer or remake to Point Break, which I have not, you can watch the Naked Gun trailer. I've never seen the remake of Point Break, nor have I seen the trailer to Point Break. Because, like I said, I don't know. It's weird. Subconsciously, like in my head, I'm like, whatever, man. If people want to see that, that's cool.
Do you happen to remember how the Spider-Man Deadpool run did in the poll last year?
I do not. I don't think it made it in the top 60.
Which 1950s sci-fi romance Western comics had the most detailed art?
1950s. Anything by Wally Wood? Wally was a firm believer in never leaving empty space on a panel. So I got to go with Wally Wood. Anytime he ever did any sci-fi stuff for EC Comic.
Oh, now I want some buttery flaky crusts. Oh, BD Cosmos is amazing. Get my books monthly from them. Best packaging out there. Oh, yay.
Oh, the classic era. Yeah, brother. Me too, Antoine. I'm with you, man. There's only 1 Point Break. Josh, I agree with that, my brother. Hey, Omar, Melanie just signed up for Marvel Unlimited. I've read Marvel from 97 to 2016. Any recommendations for what to read? Thanks, you all are great. Hey, Mothman. Okay. You're a fan of the 97 to 2016 era. Man, you're in for some great reading because have you read anything before 97? Like any of the stuff from the 80s? Please don't play that, baby, because I don't want to get distracted. Because I need to get the jokes. I have to listen to it, right? Okay. I owe it to these people that are spending their Saturday with me to
I was
pay
just
attention
following
to
somebody's suggestion.
I know, but like then I have to hear it, and it will distract me. So, I mean, I'm an X-Men guy, so I got to go with Uncanny X-Men Wolverine.
Oh wait, Mothman said not really to whatever question you just asked.
Been here, bro. Where you guys? Melanie didn't get to sing happy birthday to me. You owe him a happy birthday, Melanie.
But like I said, Mothman said not really.
Not really a fan of the 80s stuff. Okay. So you like the 97 to 2016 era from Marvel Unlimited. Punisher Max, Punisher Marvel Knights, Daredevil, every Daredevil from that era. Because, I mean, you're going from Kevin Smith to... Yeah, man, you're going like you're you're in for a treat for Daredevil because you go Kevin Smith, then Brian Michael Bendis. After Brian Michael Bendis, you go Ed Brubaker.
Ed Brubaker. No, I'm a fan. I just haven't read anything else.
Dang it. Okay, so first of all, Daredevil from that era, X-Men from the Bronze Age. Start with Giant Size 1 and go. Yeah, do the Claremont run. Captain America by Mark Gruenwald. Captain America by Ed Brubaker. Roger Stern's Spider-Man. Roger Stern's Avengers, Walt Simonson's Thor. These are the basics, man. John Byrne, Fantastic Four. Absolutely recommend that. Peter David's Hulk. There you go. Oh, and
happy birthday to
thank you, baby.
Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, dear Roberto. Happy birthday to you and many more. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Of course, Hasmer's agreeing about Hulk by Peter David's suggestion. Take notes. He's dropping gems. You found Kurt Vonnegut's LPs the other day where he's reading his novels?
They did the LP release of Kurt Vonnegut reading?
Whoa, that's really cool. I'm listening to Cat's Cradle. That's the one I read in high school, and I'm surprised I liked it so much because rereading I still like it, but I'm thinking as like from a teenager's point of view, there's a lot of boring stuff. So, yay, good for me. Pass, Melanie. Mothman said, thank you so much. And Omar, I know you said that Marvel are shying away from tiny omnis with volume numbers. So instead of early years,
not for everyone, right?
Can you put Black Panther by Don McGregor in the most wanted poll, please?
Yes, I would love that. Good man, good taste, brother. Omar just tested for my A+. Hey, you got good luck, man. Only took me 18 weeks shaking my head. I need to get drunk and burn some brains. Let's go read some comics, dude.
What certification is that?
That's the A+ 1102 certification. Yeah, it's you want to be a project manager, right? I think, or you want to go into networking, IT.
Computer, thank you.
It's for computers.
I was like, I can read that. What is it? Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Zoybean? Hey, what's up,
it's your birthday weekend.
Oh man, is everybody born in? What was everybody's parents doing 9 months ago?
Still going with Omnis and Legos. Yay! My mother-in-law accidentally broke the bonsai tree that I made for her for Christmas. And I was like, I can't put this back together. And my mom did it for me. I was like, thanks, Mom. So let's see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday on Monday, Big Stu. Happy birthday to you and many more. I hope you have fun. Have a fun day. Was the 90s a massive boom for comics economically?
The 90s were the highs and the lows, right? The 90s saw 3 of the best-selling comic books of all time: Spider-Man #1, X-Force #1, and X-Men #1. X-Men #1 being the greatest selling comic book of all time. Now, of course, that meant that you, your auntie, your grandmother, everybody bought like 5 copies of it. Doesn't mean that you're rich if you own it. But what ended up happening is the same thing happened to the baseball cards and the trading cards, that people started buying these things up thinking they were going to get rich. So there was a big implosion of comic books. And not because they had to. There's a whole history behind this and a lot of misconceptions out there about the bankruptcy that Marvel did in the 90s in order to survive. It was basically just so somebody can go and buy another boat. It wasn't because they needed to. Yeah, so it's
my bag death of Superman issue is gonna put me through college one day.
It's not that it's the Return of Superman, the one with the white bag. That's the worst one, man.
Have you heard from Sugar Man lately? Did you say he did like a month ago?
Showed up about 2 months ago, just randomly.
Okay, yeah.
Anytime you say Punisher, he'll show up.
Well, people have been saying Punisher.
I haven't seen Hamza either. Anybody seen Hamza? Hamza, you all right out there, buddy? Joke's on you. I paid for my college with my copies of X-Men 1. Liar. Where'd you go to college at?
Morning, Mel and Omar. What would you recommend as the best intro Omni to Modern Spidey? B&D, Zdarsky Superior, or something totally different?
JMS 1.
Yeah, but is that modern enough? When was that?
That really? Is modern. That actually okay. Volume 1 of the modern. It's called Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 1. So
Straczynski's.
Yeah.
Yep. Out of those. Okay, look, people are saying Punisher, James and Nipsey, so that Sugarman will show up.
Sugarman's good people, man.
Oh, and
I don't know how to summon.
Anniversary of Goofy movie is this year. So
what? I've never seen that
Lance
movie.
Is saying you should watch it.
I never seen it, man. You know, I know how to summon Hamza when I mispronounce words, so he can correct me. That's how you summon.
90s had now Defiant, Topps Comics, Malibu, and other companies go out of business also.
Yes, Malibu got bought out by Marvel, but that's another thing too. Malibu got bought out by Marvel not to own the characters, but to acquire their colors. Because remember, they were doing there was a thing called the Malibu color, so they were using a lot of digital color separation and digital coloring back then.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with it. Just don't read it. Just stop. Don't read that.
Or read it. I'm a firm believer that everybody should read everything, and try it out. Just because I don't like something, or 95% of the internet, or it may seem like 95% of the internet doesn't like something, you may end up loving it. You might be like, "What the heck are these people talking about? This stuff was great." Let me tell you.
What's your best Punisher run?
To me, Carl Potts. Carl Potts, 100%. Carl Potts up there. I got to go with Mike Barron's run. Chuck Dixon, and even though Chuck Dixon's run got silly, but that's the 90s for you. And yeah, Garth Ennis. So I think those
along those lines, you should watch The Proposal. You should give it a shot.
I said read. I ain't saying nothing about watching.
What about Onslaught?
Even Onslaught, absolutely. Just because some fool on the internet doesn't like it, you may end up loving it. Yeah, I like Avengers: The Crossing, and I completely understand why everybody thinks it's garbage. I like Hush Returns, and everybody hates it. I don't care. I like what you like, man, and own it.
You don't have the time to read everything. I'm opposite. If you don't like it, stop reading it.
We don't have time to read everything, even if we could afford it. Wait, who are you talking to? You're talking to me or Karsten when you said stop reading it?
I said I agree. If you don't like it, stop reading it.
Is that what he's saying?
We don't have the time to read everything, even if we could afford it.
He's saying he doesn't have the time to read.
I'm just saying out loud. I think if you just don't like it, stop reading it. That's it.
Yes, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you should try things that people are saying they hate, so you can make your own.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
I completely agree. Life is too short. If you're not enjoying something, drop it. You're right, Melanie. But Carson saying
again, you don't have the time.
No, I don't have the time to read everything.
To give something a shot that everyone hates. So.
Yes, I'm not saying go out and buy a Avengers: The Crossing that's out of print.
Yeah, that's what actually, Ipsy, that's a good point. That's why I've been doing single issues. I just after 2 or 3 issues, I'm like, no, this isn't for me. Then I don't pick it up. Thank you, Josh.
That's a good point.
Good morning. It's a joy to watch y'all live again. This quarter, I'm teaching Saturday citizenship naturalization classes for LPRs. Today, we gave a break. Well, that's awesome. Good for you. And I'm glad you're getting a break. How many times I've told my ex-wife or my ex, we should try that. Maybe you will like it.
I said reading.
Wait, speaking of like, I was reading Batman Year 2, #1. I was loving it to the last page. What was that about?
That's peak Batman, baby. That's peak Batman. I read Civil War issues 1 the other day, and I thought it was great. See, I think, dude, a lot of people love Civil War. Just not me.
Not me. Our Punisher Epics 1 and 2 good for a newcomer? My LCS has them in stock.
1 and 2. Have they done a 2? I think it goes 1, 3. Hold on. There's only 5 epics. They're all out of print, by the way. So if you're wondering, Circle of Blood is a great one. 2. They never released a 2. Kingpin Rules, I think, is volume 3. Those are good. Those 2. Yes. I love that run, man. I love that run.
In One Piece, I just started. I was like, maybe I'll keep going. And I did. And I'm up to date, current, and it's awesome. Got a little slow, but now it's picked up again. So you're helping Dexter out. More people need to buy Civil War.
Dexter Soy is your friend? He's an inker on that, right?
To be fair, I thought Civil War was pretty good until the last 12-ish pages.
I like the art.
What happened to... Do you want to say this person's name?
Johan Vasquez after Johnny and Squeak. I don't know. He's the guy that did Invader Zim. And I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. I remember that show.
What he's doing or why those books have been out of print. I'm over here watching G.I. Joe cartoons on Saturday morning like it's 1987. Heck yeah. You're up to date on 100 and something.
Yep. I read all the volumes in the box sets, and then I got on the app to be current, and now I stopped paying for the app, and I just read because the last 3 chapters are always free when they come out. And I'd much rather read it in print, physical, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what's going on, so I'll read on my phone. I usually read what I'm curious about. It doesn't matter if it has a good or bad critic. I will make my own opinion.
Hey, dude, I'm like that with movies. Like, I never watch.
Proposal.
I haven't seen a movie, but there are movies I gravitate towards. There's no reason why I should watch a Proposal. Although I like Virgin River.
When are you going to read Love? Oh, I thought you did.
I've tried twice. I'll try a third time.
Did I buy you that?
You bought me the entire set.
Yeah. Oh, so really that's sweet. Not for you?
I tried, man.
That's okay.
But here's the thing, like Love and Rockets is definitely one of those underground comics that inspired a lot of comics. Like we wouldn't have like Strangers in Paradise, which I love, if it wasn't for Love and Rockets. So I respect it from a historical angle. I don't know. I never got into it. I tried, like, and people were like, man, get through that first 2 volumes. And getting through that second volume or that first volume was rough. But I don't know. Maybe one day I will try again.
Stephen, thank you. That's really sweet. But I don't remember stuff. And I wouldn't have anything to add because I cannot call upon the knowledge in my head as quickly as everybody else. So,
have you met Jess?
But still.
He writes things down now, though. You can do the same. You come with notes.
Sometimes for other things I do, yeah. JoJo's Steel Ball run is dropping in May. Time to restart it, Bromar.
JoJo. There's another series I tried that I was like, well, I'm happy that people like this, but what is happening? I'm
struggling a lot in my 20s. Please give me hope that my 30s are going to be better. Okay.
20s was very... The 20s are very rough for everybody. In your 20s, it's like you're trying to figure out who you're going to be.
Because isn't it scientifically proven?
Don't say that.
No, about like your brain's still developing until like 25. Like it's not like you're 18. Oh my gosh, you're an adult. You're the person you're going to be. No, you still are becoming the person that you are going to be up until like 25. So I'd say, to keep that in mind as well, that it's difficult to be human. It's so difficult to be human. There's this book by Terry Pratchett.
Baby,
no, I'm going. It's going someplace. I promise.
Okay.
Oh well, shoot. Which one is it? The auditors. One of them becomes a human. Oh my gosh, I just read it. Anywho, and I love that book because I was like, now I'm a person who's really hard on myself, and then reading that and about how Terry Pratchett's having these creatures become human and how difficult they have with like their bodies affecting their emotions and stuff. I was like, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself. That's where I was going with it. That stories. Stories help me. So I suggest give yourself time, know that it gets better. And in the meantime, focus on positive stories. And I did a few videos, like you could check, maybe there's a playlist. I think I created one of like stories to lift your spirits kind of thing. One Piece was one of them. And that's my suggestion, is finding that solace and inspiration in stories.
In your 20s, you're still trying to figure out who you are. And the hard part about that is the fact that the entire world wants to put you in a box and tell you who you should be and who you are. And it's difficult to get out of that. You don't really find, this sounds so stereotypical from an old person, but you don't really find yourself until your early 30s. It doesn't matter what you've done in your 20s, whether you got married or you've had a wonderful career, and you've seen that happen, right? But it's not until your early 30s that you find who you are and you don't care about what the rest of the world wants you to be. I've only met one person in my life that knew who he was when we were teenagers. And I was like, man, I wish I was like that. That was Isaac Bowman.
Oh,
and Isaac passed away 2 days ago. I found out from a friend, my friend Molly. And I was always jealous of Isaac. Isaac was the guy that he did whatever he wanted to do. He walked to the beat of his own, like whatever. I had never met anyone like that when I was young. It wasn't until like I said, in my 30s that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't care what the world wanted me to be. This is who I am. So there is hope in that. And seriously, there is a lot of hope, and there's wonderful stories to read that will inspire you. So yeah.
This person, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but it starts with Omar. So Omar saying, I'll say Omar. Thank you guys. Really appreciate the positive comments. Yeah. Thank you guys. And thank you, Dana, Thief of Time. That's the Terry Pratchett book I was thinking.
I like that book. I read that.
You did? Oh,
many years
so
ago.
Proud of you.
I read a prose.
I think Reaper Man, the Death trilogy is my favorite, but I really like Small Gods. I love the dynamic between Ohm and Brother, and it reminds me of Deadpool and Cable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like that the dynamic of like the odd couple, that kind of thing. I like that.
Yeah, the world would try to put you in a box throughout your entire life, but in your 30s, when you get to be older, you just don't care, man.
Right, dude. I'm gonna have a picture of a little dog. That's who I am. So I was born. I am comfortable with this. I'm assuming that's your dog, though. What if it's not? It's just.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hadn't seen Father Frank, actually. My buddy Father Frank texted me yesterday too to let me know, and we talked a little bit about him.
Oh, good. You talked to Father Frank yesterday?
Yeah, texting about Isaac, because we were both friends with Isaac.
I'm glad he's doing okay.
He was a nut, but like a lot of cool adventures that I went on and when I was a teenager was with Isaac.
Yeah,
Terry's one of my favorite authors.
Like
Sadly, not too many comic adaptations. Same as Philip K. Dick.
Oh yeah, the witches. Oh my gosh, there's so many good characters in
Your name is Omar too, but the Arab version of it.
Oh,
when I went to college, I had some people ask me if my name derived from the Middle East, and I was like, I think my grandmother gave it to me, and it's a biblical name.
So here's a follow-up question that goes well with what Omar was saying. Which comics or characters inspire and motivate you most during hard times?
Guts.
So I think the last one I did in the Stories Lift Your Spirits series was Scarlet Witch, the something door. Shoot, what is it, y'all? The last door, open door.
The last door, right?
Yeah, the last door.
Now you made me think.
By Steve Orlando and
Green Door.
I still think about that story. Like,
it's a good one. There's a good redemption arc of Scarlet Witch because of everything that happened in House of M by James Robinson. That is a masterpiece. I love that book. Yeah, I gotta go with Berserk.
And Michael said Guts changed my perspective on life. Thank you, Max.
Yeah, I gotta go with The Last Door. That's what it is. Yeah, I gotta go with Guts. That's one of the, because all these horrible things happen.
Good Superman.
And
Spider-Man.
He still gets up and struggles. If This Be My Destiny is a wonderful Spider-Man story about not giving up.
What is the recent flatulent Harley Quinn?
Is Bar still here?
No.
Vinland Saga is good too.
Bar in the
other room. All-Star Superman, I think, is an excellent one about how I think every one of us could be has a superhero aspect to us. I think that's a really good one.
What Tiffany Aching books? Could you give me a title? Superman and Wally West, Flash.
West is a good one. I got Wally West by Jeff Johns. I think is excellent. Oh, Green Lantern Rebirth. That's an excellent one. Action 775 is good. Bar's watching TV.
Oh yeah, she's watching on the TV. No, it's fine. So I hope those are some good recommendations, and of course in the chat continue recommending for this person some stories to lift your spirits. Do you think Ultimate Power will be an Ultimate Fantastic Four Omni too?
Where would they put that? That's the JMS run, right? Like the Squadron Supreme book. I don't know. I don't know if it fits in there. Or no, Ultimate Power is the one. No, that's Ultimate Doom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll put it in there.
Oh, they are? The only younger reader Pratchett book I know of is the little people, carpet people, something like that. And I suggested it to Alicia, our 7th grader, but she didn't really get into it. I was like, yeah. But they're just great. Yeah, I'll read things for kids. I don't mind at all. Thank you for suggesting it. Ooh, it's Ting time.
It's Ting time. Hold on a second. I love Miles in the second Spider-Verse film. Very inspiring as well.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the 3rd
Oh,
movie.
yeah. When he's like, nah, I'm going to do my thing. That was good, dude. That was good.
Freeman. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Daredevil's another character that's gone through hell and back. Seriously. Let me talk about Walt's Comic Shop. They are based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping for €12 for all EU countries. And if you tell them Near Mint Conditions sent you their way at the checkout, you get free shipping for your next order after your first one. And that is
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting.
Well done. Well done. And smash that like button while you're here, please.
And Jack Ferry, thank you for the super chat.
Viva Peru, carajo. Oh, God. Why? I was having such a good conversation about hope. And you came in here and started talking about?
I'll put that up.
All right. First of all. So I mentioned it earlier. So he's asking about how will tariffs impose on books, collected editions. And I will say that tariffs are going to affect everything, right? But we don't 100% know what they're going to be yet. I know that we've got numbers, but like everything else is still up in the air. If in fact it is like 25, 45%, depending on the countries, right, it will definitely affect printing. And I'm sure, lots of people are thinking the same thing. Why don't we move the printing over here to America, which we very well could. But the problem with that is still we need to import ink, we need to import paper, and we need to import machinery. So it's not just a matter of bringing things here, because you could go to any printer in America, all of them are importing these things. So, we've had the Switch 2 canceled here in America because they don't know how the tariffs are going to import it. That's the thing right now is we don't know. We don't 100% know everything that's going to be impacted. I will tell you this much, though, Jack, and everybody that's watching, like every publisher is talking about things. Some things may end up getting canceled. And you can fill in the blank with, like, it's the beginning of the end of collected editions. It's the beginning of the end of everything, if it's true. Video games, toys. We've had toy lines canceled. Like, they can't suffice. So it breaks my heart, of course. And we just don't know 100% how everything is going to be affected. Right? So that's all I can say. Nobody's talking. I would say nothing has been confirmed yet. There's not a notice from Marvel and DC, Image Comics about cancellations or anything yet.
And on that note, guys, my wife wants to buy me an Omni for my birthday this year. Help! It's between Agent Venom Omnibus or X-Men Agent Krakoa Dawn of X.
If you want an all-in-one, man, get the Agent Venom Omnibus. But if you really like X-Men and you like that Krakoa era, absolutely.
Oh, it is mail time. Thank you.
Actually, can you click on Ron? Ron works in the publishing industry. There's too much uncertainty at the moment. We have to wait and see while people take steps to minimize their potential losses. And Ron would know, and Ron actually works in the publishing side of things. So I'm not going to say where. That is up to Ron to say. But yes, he does work for a comic publishing company. A couple, actually. So he would know. And a lot, like I said, everybody's talking about this. So we have mail time. Mail time,
This
Melanie.
is from John.
John, is that John, why are you getting me the worst Transformers ever? He got me wheelie. He got me wheelie. I hate Perceptor and Wheelie.
You go read the note.
This guy sucks. The note is, even though you hate Perceptor, we can both agree Wheelie sucks. Well, here he is anyway. Enjoy from John. Thank you, John. Nothing says happy birthday than this guy sucks.
These are addressed to both of us.
Is that for Bruce?
It doesn't say.
You know it's for freaking Bruce.
Or would you like? Look at how crazy these shirts are.
Who the fudge made? Dude, Bruce, is Bruce?
But look, you can wear it along with your Chris Claremont shirt that Amanda got you.
Why would I wear this? You know, I thought the tariff talk was going to bring this chat down, but this draws the line. This is awful. Dude, I hate Will Ferrell. Oh my God. And Melissa McCarthy? That means you have to wear the Melissa McCarthy thing. Bruce is the MVP. Bruce is a real sadist. Oh man, never let people know your weaknesses, I swear. Oh God. Wheelie. I got Wheelie and Will Ferrell for my birthday. Shows you guys care a lot. It's not a John Candy shirt, it's a Melissa McCarthy shirt. What would you say was the best singular year for comics, issues, events, collected editions? Comics would be something from my childhood. Collected editions, I want to say 2021, man, 2021. For Marvel, for DC 2025, and I hope things come out too, keep coming out. Will Ferrell is always the worst part of anything he said. That is so true. I ain't wearing that to C2E2, man. Wear that to C2E2. Are you kidding me? Amanda already got me a creepy Chris Claremont shirt.
This is from Ian.
Oh, yeah, Ian. I think he was here earlier. We talked about this. This is the 4K Street Fighter. I've never seen this movie in Japanese because it was only available in English. And it has a killer soundtrack. I love this movie, man. It's so good.
And it's Alf Comics 23485. Thank you.
Do you have those?
But I've got extras now. So thank you.
Time to burn that.
No.
How did you get revived, man? Oh, you guys got me Alf Comics. Bruce, look, this shows you how much my audience loves me. I got a
Here, you can
Will Ferrell shirt for my birthday. Like a legit Will Ferrell shirt. I've got Alf Comics and one of the worst Transformers ever. I do so many things for you guys, and this is the things I get. You guys suck. Wheelie.
If it was Terrence Howard, would you wear it?
I'd wear a Terrence Howard shirt. It says next time, baby. Awful. Thank you, Ian, for the normal gift. Bruce, I knew it was you. I could tell. Your weird, creepy shirts you got me in the standees. What am I gonna do with this stuff? Original Mortal Kombat has the best soundtrack. Yes, it's one long song. Yes, but I like it. If you wander around C2E2 in those shirts, I would bet you get stopped a bunch by folks asking where you bought them so they can buy one. Yes, probably. Hey, that Perceptor shirt I sent it is stylish. It is stylish, Perceptor. It must be so wonderful to see how people love you so much. We truly blessed to have you. And you are beyond blessed to have that love return. Thank you, Stephen. Doesn't Alf, dude, Fabian Niciesa actually talks about this. There is one more package from my buddy Josh. Is it an Alf shirt? When I was a kid, I never read a full run. Collected editions came to fill that emptiness. Now, thank you, Donald. Duck? Who are we talking about? I have that Street Fighter movie in VHS. I have it in DVD and Blu-ray.
So this is from Josh.
All right, this is from Josh. Happy birthday, Omar. He drew me the greatest character there. He says, yes, this is the only wrapping paper I have. I hope, like all the other Sweet 16 high school brats, you enjoy your month-long celebration. Here's to another year of Gunmar. That was... Who dubbed me Gunmar? There was a guy in our chat that taught me what a gooner was.
Jose, I'm going to do a custom Alf Omni once I get all the issues.
And by that point, they'll announce a true Alf Omnibus. All right, let's see what's in here. This is a Blu-ray of... Why, Josh? Did I not send you one? Did you put something in
No,
here?
wait,
Okay.
wait, kid.
What?
You messed it up. You were supposed to complain, and then I was going to snatch it from you and open it up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Josh. I read the instructions.
I was worried he was going to replace it with a homemade movie.
So,
all right, so there's
really
a normal
sweet.
gift, and I'll use that as a... That thing's going to get shipped out to people.
Is that my Dress Up Darling?
It is my Dress Up Darling Volume 3.
Wait, but it says DC Finest, Death of Superman. Must read.
That's how you're tricking me into reading my Dress Up Darling. Man, you really like that book. I hope you get commission every time you sell one of this.
Thank you, Josh.
At this point, Omar will just...
I would just want to show this awesome sketch that you did.
Bang.
Look how happy she is. I love the character Bane. She's so happy.
It's a good way to get me to open it. Good way to get me to open it. Good job, guys.
I said read it.
Now I have another copy of Alf to send out to someone else.
Well, Omar, you don't like the movie Old School then?
It's okay.
Those cameo and Wedding Crashers?
I like Step Brothers and yeah, actually Old School is okay.
I like Step Brothers. My Dress Up Darling is so good. Beautiful art.
Really? My Dress Up Darling that good,
Let me
huh?
open it.
Well, it's mature, Melanie, so you can't.
Okay, I can open it.
Okay.
I won't. Y'all traumatizing him almost on a weekly basis. Keep it going.
Yeah, why?
Ooh, thank you guys. There's been new DC Finest announcements. Which one are you most excited about?
Batman Red Sky. 100%. That stuff's never been collected.
Oh, it's my
That's so awesome. Yeah, Squeenix brings it over. Never saw Old School's kind of funny, man. I dig it. I don't have a problem with Old School. I predict Omar will open my Dress Up Darling in 24 years. That's going to be a while. Bruce did promise no more movies. At least you have avoided Kraven the Hunter. I haven't seen Kraven the Hunter. I think it's streaming somewhere. How do you think DC Finance will do events? I have an idea to have them run through specific books. Well, they're doing event DC Finest, right? I don't know if they'll collect the events within the books themselves. Although, wait, no, wait. Legends was collected in the Suicide Squad, so maybe they will. Is the Holy Roller trade paperback complete? It's only like 9 issues. It's supposed to be. I think it comes out next week or the following week. Book-specific events. I meant like Nightfall and Death and Return. I think they would have to include all of Batman Detective. I mean, Nightfall is part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Death and Return, Death will be those books. I don't know if they'll collect like Superboy and Steel. I actually saw Kraven opening night, and I can say that there were some cool action scenes at least.
It's currently streaming on Netflix. Oh, I need to watch. That's something I could do today. The third Venom movie.
Why did you say that like you were somehow excited?
Because I want to see how bad it is. Hey, Michael. And thank you, DVC All-Star, for that reminder about taking care of yourselves. Take time to show yourselves love and appreciation. Thank you. You are like, that's like your superpower is encouraging people. Seriously.
Steven's a good guy.
What's everyone most excited to vote for in the upcoming Omni poll?
Well, there'll be a reprint poll and then the most wanted.
And the Holy Roller is only 9 issues. The trade paperback is
Hope we get a deluxe. That one's written by Rick Remender, Andy Sandberg, and one of the guys from Fallout Boy. So guess who texted me asking if she could review that book? Not Bar.
Thank Thank you, James, for the link there.
Yes, this one ends tomorrow. That's the reprint of the Epic collections.
Will be a good new reader-friendly Omni for modern X-Men.
Oh, Dawn of X. It's a brand new era. Yeah, when that comes out. X-Men, all new X-Men by Bendis when that comes out. Completely new reader-friendly. New X-Men. I think that one's still in print.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I should have those in the custom bound Omni. Alpha and X-Men crossover books, Doctor Who, Alpha crossover issue, and make it Alpha. Yeah. Are you into tattoos? If so, what would you get?
You know,
one tattoo.
For 30 years almost, I've been wanting a tattoo. Don't know if like I wanted to design it myself or not, and it's always been like, well, maybe someday. I think, you know, for well over 2 decades, I've wanted the Brand of Sacrifice. I wanted the Akira pill. I wanted an X somewhere.
Oh, we know somebody has the Akira pill.
Yeah,
that is a popular tattoo as well.
Or the UN space from Robotech, something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that one. Joked about having the
Matrix on my chest.
On your chest, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What about a Batman Year 2 tattoo?
The Reaper? Yeah, I can get the Reaper on there. That'd be cool. I don't know. I may get drunk at C2E2 and go with my buddy Johnny to go get a tattoo. He's been trying to get me to get a tattoo with him.
Last time I just said, be sure. Do you really want this? Don't do it when you're drunk.
Well, I wasn't drunk.
Well, you were on the high of like the con, and Johnny has a lot of energy. And...
He does, my gosh.
Let Bruce pick Omar's tattoo design. No. You already have Silex butterflies, a tramp stamp.
Hey, that's pretty hot. Get the double D on your chest. The Power Girl. I'll get the Sue Storm boob window on my chest. Grass cutter.
In Japan, I did see somebody with the Brand Sacrifice tattoo on his neck.
I don't know about on my neck.
Yeah, that's asking for trouble.
I'm gonna hide it from God. I'm like, that's on my arse. I hope one day Lone Wolf and Cub gets a huge reprint like Berserk. Original Mandalorian, best story ever. Ooh, I love that you say original Mandalorian. It was, man. It's so good. I love that manga.
The Dawn of X era has me really tempted to start. Never read X-Men.
Oh, you haven't?
Just know as much from movies, games, by decay about any interpersonal X relations and nuances.
Do you play video games, Immortal Ipsy? Because they're doing the whole Krakoa edition to Marvel Rivals. So if you want to kind of taste as to what it is, that might give you an idea.
Josh is saying if you get the Brand of Sacrifice, that means that people can attack you at any point.
Do you see yourself as a demon? That is not opening myself for an attack.
Tron, what is this? Tron Ares
trailer released. It's the new Tron?
That would be my guess. What's on the channel this week?
Good question. Tomorrow is the Kaza book from Humanoids, as well as one of the Mega Man manga that my daughters and I did an overview of. Monday is Wolverine, as well as Rook. Tuesday is the Marvel trades. Tuesday live at 5 p.m. I'm interviewing Sean, who's the editor behind the Transformers Compendium Kickstarter that starts that Tuesday. So any questions, please come. It'll be a live interview from 5 to 5:45 or so p.m. Eastern time. At 10 p.m. live Eastern time, Melanie and I are interviewing Tom King, and I don't know how long that will go. As long as Melanie stays awake.
Stay awake.
She's like, sorry, Tom, we gotta go. Wednesday, I think Wednesday is the DC Finest book that Dom is doing an overview of, as well as Justice League, I think, and then Reels Talk. And I can't remember what Amanda and I are gonna do. Maybe like a Val Kilmer movie. Thursday is the Mad Cave is either Thursday or Friday, like a bunch of the Mad Cave books. And then the rest is to be determined because I have no idea. I got to figure out my schedule before I go to C2E2.
Ipsy was saying, I need to jump on Marvels. My friends are on it, but I've been busy with
my brothers play it, man. They love it.
Emma.
right? That's reason enough to jump on My Role Rivals.
The Tom King interview sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be live at 10 p.m. if you can stay up that late or early, depending on where you live, right? Love the new video, Omar, about the Dark Horse trades. Made me do a lot of research on Count Crowley. Dude, it's so good. I love that book. It's what's his name? David he's done, he was in the MCU, he was in the DC movies, great actor, and he's a good comic book writer. Melanie, who has been your favorite interview and who would you like to interview?
I can't pick one.
Yeah, you can only pick one.
Well, Zdarsky popped in my head first, but I
Not
really
Chris
like
Claremont?
talking with Elsa and Tarun.
Oh yeah, Tarun. I love that woman.
I'll pick Zdarsky, and I would love to interview Daniel Warren Johnson. That would be a lot of fun.
I've interviewed him. He's
Yeah,
a
you
nice
did.
guy.
And I fangirled out beforehand. Like before y'all went live, just to be like, oh.
Bar Tuesday, April 8th at 10 p.m. Tom King. Omar, can you give us?
Yeah, we are going to interview him again. I just don't know when.
Oh yes. I actually emailed him when that was announced, and he was like, "Yeah, man, let's do something when we get closer to that date."
Looking at the bookshelf, and I was like, "You wrote Fantastic Four?"
Oh yeah,
he's written everything. Oh my gosh, he's very prolific.
He's written some X-Men. He's written Fantastic Four, X-Men, and then he wrote. What else did he write for X-Men? There was something else that he did. I would love to interview Dan Jurgens and Jerry Ordway, like, because that was my era of Superman too, right? The Triangle years. So
I understand that your schedule's crazy packed.
It is.
Would you be interested in doing a pod with the main crew, Jess, Peter, Lars, Dawn, etc. in the future? I love that crew so much.
Oh, thank you. Like a podcast? Just podcast? Actually, that would be fun. We wouldn't have to show our faces. That would be nice.
Adam, I do want to. Like, I thought of that yesterday because I love both of them. I don't know if I'm going to get caught up before Tuesday though. So, but yeah, it looks so good. And Doc Holly say, I love you to interview David Gabriel.
I've asked for years. He remains a man of mystery.
Oh, wait, we haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
What's your favorite Wonder Woman run?
Greg Rucka. The first one. Not the Rebirth, but the original one.
What is the latest with the Transformers Kickstarter? When's it coming out?
It begins on Tuesday, April, what day did I say? It starts on Tuesday, April 8th at 9 a.m. Eastern time. I think it's going to be bigger than G.I. Joe, which was the most successful comic book related Kickstarter in history. And then I have the editor that's working on that join me that Tuesday, the 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern time here on the channel. So if you have questions, come here. Is Wolverine more well written in Uncanny X-Men or a solo series? Larry Hama did the best Wolverine, but I mean, there would be no Larry Hama Wolverine without Chris Claremont. So both. How about an interview with Wendy and Richard Pini from ElfQuest? That would be cool. That would be cool.
May I do my student of the week?
No. Yes, of course. By the way, thanks for the Hidden Gem segment, Omar. Read too many great comics from there. Thanks to you. Thank you. I plan on bringing that back. This is busy season here on Near Mint Condition in April and May because of all the reprint and most wanted polls. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. But we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you all to do. So in order to do that, we have to do a lot of the things behind the scenes, and it's kind of
Adam, thanks for the suggestion.
Yep.
Okay. I am a high school English teacher, and I forgot a couple weeks ago to announce my students of the week. So I've got double duty with that. But really quick, I want to show one of my film studies students, Grace. We had a storyboard assignment, and she did for the video game mouthwashing. And I was like, you could be.
She's a good artist.
An actual storyboarder. Because not only is she a talented artist, like what she wrote about in terms of like the film techniques that she would use for this scene is just terrific. Like, okay, so I just want to show it off. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud. And
Okay.
lots of other people did good jobs as well. And let's see, for a couple weeks ago on Navy Days, Piper was Student of the Week in Film Studies. I wanted to thank her for her engagement, and Kamaya in Creative Writing for helping others out and making a writing community. Liam in fourth period creative writing. He's terrific. He has a terrific work ethic and he's a very passionate writer. And on Green Day, Zion was Student of the Week in Film Studies for his terrific review. And Mariana in English for her work ethic and getting all her work caught up. I'm proud of her. Oh, and you got 100% on the quiz. Angel, and for her engagement and giving her best in English. I wanted to thank her as well. So for this week, and on Navy Days, Annalena in Film Studies for her engagement and being so passionate about movies. I appreciate it. And Savannah in Creative Writing for passion. She infuses her stories with love for her characters. They are so entertaining. She's going to be published one day. Liliana in Creative Writing, I'm so proud of your perseverance. And you made a terrific story. So good job. And in Green Days, Sophia, you did an awesome film review. Thank you. And Cheyenne in third period English class for getting 100% on the quiz. Congratulations. And Sergi in fourth period English class for getting 100% on the quiz. Congratulations, guys.
Good job, kids. Stay in school, read some comics. Yes, Melanie is a wonderful teacher. I wish I had teachers like her when I was in school, because but I've told you this before,
right? That's more detailed than regular storyboards. Yeah. That's so good.
That the teachers that care are the ones that I remember, and you are a teacher that cares, and those kids will remember when they're older. Who's that really crazy lady that taught us English?
Mrs. Wells. She had us draw pictures after we were done with the quiz. So we'd have like an art. What did she do? A contest? I feel like she probably did. She was so nice. She probably didn't do contests. But yeah, I'm proud of all those kids. Say no to school. What? Say no to school. Say drugs. Carl.
Carl, he's a goon, man. Carl's the original gooner. Stay in comics, read some school.
Any news on the Cat Marvel by Kelly Thompson Omni Volume 2?
Yeah, I thought I'd let Dom announce it. Then he should have announced it last week. The date is subject to change, but it's changed to Captain Marvel faster, furthest, highest, something like that. Yeah. Omar, have you stayed in touch with, I think it was Jeremy Adams? I love that dude. Was him and you gradually fell in love with as the interview progressed? Yes, that reminded me of Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? Because he was going on about things he liked, and he was like, "Yeah, one day I want to do like a New Warriors comic." And I'm like, "What?" Yeah, I love Jeremy Adams. He's awesome, man. He's a great writer.
Oh, John, I would have liked you.
What? What did you ask in
Even
religion
if I kicked you out, I
class?
still like you.
Oh, Melanie, I got kicked out of classes a lot.
I still like kids that, are trouble. There are a couple that are just jerks.
It's the OG Gooner. The OG Gooner. I pre-ordered 3 copies of Death and Return of Superman Absolute DM Edition. That means that there's only 1,990 copies left. Thanks a lot, Doc Holliday. DC's first-hand signed artist Absolute release. How excited are you and thoughts? So excited that I went ahead and texted Max the day that he could pre-order to make sure to keep me a copy. I can't believe I'm getting it in Absolute Edition. And then on top of that, it's the direct market one, so it's more money. And it's limited. They FOMO'd me. Way to go, DC. Way to go.
Hold up. Project Vikings doing
What's up,
a little
baby?
meta mapping. War of the Worlds is Marvel/DC continuity through
Kill Raven. That's right.
LXG. Should HP Lovecraft get included as well?
For Marvel and DC? Sure. Go for it. 3 copies. I can't afford 1 copy. You don't need it, Bard. It's not that good of a story.
Death of Superman is Omar's nemesis.
I'm just glad it's not Batman Year 2, like something I actually like releasing these different formats.
Maybe you've answered this before a lot of times, but how do they decide what Omnis to reprint? Hate not being able to buy the Uncanny X-Men's and the Frank Miller's Daredevils.
For the last 6 years, we've done a poll on the channel and send the top 20 over to Marvel, and they've reprinted them. Last year, now there have been 2 years. Last year, and I want to say 2021, when they didn't print as many, so they didn't go through the whole list. I think last year we got 9 reprinted out of the top 20. But the years before that, it was like 18 to 19 books gotten reprinted from our list. So that's how we do it these days. Circuit 42, I opened your thank you, dude. I don't know if you're still watching or not, but thank you so much for the Street Fighter in 4K.
And the Elf comics.
And also that.
They can't FOMO Magneto Mar.
That's right.
Hood of Evil Omni.
Apparently they did. They did.
Are you only getting the DM for Death of Superman? Then you won't have all the printings anymore.
Shut up. Don't. Nah. Wait, I don't keep them, though,
It's still available at Waltz.
Good. But see, that's the thing. Like, anytime there's like a new Omni, Death and Return or whatever, I don't end up keeping them. I give them away. So I'll probably keep this one, though. I'm so sad I can't find Daredevil Zdarsky Volume 3 hardcover. Now I need to get the first Omni just for the 3rd book. I still haven't finished the story. Where do you live, Jim? I don't know if I still have my copy or not. If I still have my copy, I'll send you one. I may have given them away, though.
So John asked the priest to explain things he was saying. I was told my job was to write down what he says and then to write that on the test. I'm looking for part 2.
I said I thought this was... It's up here.
I said, I thought this was where I got a chance to question and expand my faith. I was told that wasn't what the class was for. Okay. I'm still waiting on epic collections of John Burns F4 and Kurt Busiek, George Perez run of Avengers. Tell Marvel to publish those, Omar.
I don't really tell them. I just suggest things. And I suggest what, the majority wants. They kind of have their own schedule of stuff, too. March was a very light month for me when it comes to comics. I literally only bought Helen of Windhorn and Where the Body Was. Hopefully April is more interesting.
And who did Where the Body Was?
That's what I'm curious. I like that, too.
Later, Taters. Glad you enjoyed our comics. Also Street Fighter.
Yeah, Zdarsky's Volume 2 just got a restock, and Volume 1 is getting restocked in August, I think, for anybody that missed out on them. I feel like I've heard on the channel that you're a statue collector fan. I'm not a collector anymore. Which line were the best X-Men releases? Prime, I think, was some of the ones I don't have any more of those, man. I had to get rid of them for space and also collected editions. That's another rabbit hole, though.
Is that down here still?
Can you show that Thundercats Cheetar? No, I took them upstairs to finish reading. Yeah.
Sorry. Suggest they make those epics.
That's yelling.
Can't believe that Lydia's nearly ready for college. Where does
I don't want to talk about it.
Does she have an idea of where she wants to go yet?
I don't want to talk about it.
Logan posted this 3 times. I had to click on it.
I don't want to talk about it, Logan.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. It's my baby. And I'm not ready for this, man.
We should do a top 20 most wanted epic collections, just like the Tiger Eyes Omnibus poll.
So I thought about that. And in the past, they told me, they actually have plans. But this time around, I was like, well, now with modern era epic collections, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. It'll probably take Curtis and Peter to talk me into it. Do you ever get out of bed saying, I don't want to see a single comic?
I don't think so. Why does that make me laugh?
Have you
ever felt that?
I have a very vivid vocabulary, and I have said things like this before. When I get up and I look at my stack of books and I'm like, I have to remind myself that this is what I do. Because you're just like every I don't care how happy you are doing what you do. You don't have to work a day in your life. You still have to do things, right?
Sometimes I just want to see married comics.
Well, played Ron, that's pretty witty. I like that, man. So yeah, some days. Not a lot. Some days I do.
Stu, he already did the schedule.
I did. Just rewind, buddy.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember.
And
Where the Body Was
is Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips.
Oh.
So I'm interested. Top 20 colleges, universities. I have no idea. Sorry if you have answered this before, but are the Mighty Marvel Masterworks canceled? Thank you.
I have asked if they're officially canceled. I don't know yet. Nothing's official until I get told.
Does Tigers have any skin in the game? I only saw his reprint poll last year. He does it every year as well.
Tiger Eyes is actually in the chat because he just emailed me. He is the gentleman that started doing the most wanted non-existing Marvel Omnis. He started doing it in the Marvel Masterworks forum, and a few years back, we decided to start helping him. And a few years back, I had no idea what I was getting into, man. And woo, last year, brother, I remember me and Peter staying up at 3. Last year was the only time I ever said at 3:00 in the morning after working on these things for like 5 hours straight with Peter, I looked at Peter and I said, I can't believe we're not getting paid for this. We are literally mapping the entire Marvel universe and DC universe. And Peter's like, I know. What's wrong with us? So yes, there's a lot wrong with Peter and I. That was the only time I've ever said anything like that. Like, I can't believe we're not making, like, how are we not making money out of this? I was so dead tired. And I'm sure it'll happen again this year. Is there enough Batman by Dixon for an Omni? Oh, absolutely. If so, how many volumes? Also, Absolute Transmetropolitan Volume 3 is out of print again. It was out of stock. It should be back in print. Or back in stock, sorry. The Dixon run went on for a while. Now, keep in mind, he was only writing one of the series. He didn't write both. No, actually, he ended up writing both Detective and Batman. But, I mean, they're intertwined with everything else. So he was part of No Man's Land, Nightfall. But if they were just to do a Dixon line, probably about 5 or 6 Omnis. Yeah, he was there for a while.
Logan followed up with a question.
All right.
Where I can't find it.
Okay.
Where we go to college? Yeah. Where did you both go to college? Did you enjoy it? No. My dreams of college were dashed on the rocks below. I hated college. Hated it.
Ooh, okay.
Well, except for the 5th year, because we started dating and I expanded my friend circle.
Yeah.
And it's not like I didn't try. I tried. I went to things. I did things. I didn't just stay in my room. And I hated it. I
went, what's interesting is you went to Western Kentucky University
for my freshman year. And then I went to UK.
And I went to Eastern Kentucky University and I had a full ride. And you had a full ride.
And I was like,
and for different reasons, for partying too much and just not going to school anymore.
I moved back home because I was so lonely.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this.
And it wasn't until a couple of years later, I paid for my own college and I went to school every day while working at Buffalo Trace Distillery because that made me go to school. I was like, I'm not going to do this. Yeah. I'm not going to do this the rest of my life. So, yeah.
So if you're in college, stick with it. Get the job so that you can.
You may not be having it, but paying for it, man.
I hope you're having fun. It wasn't for me.
Omar, I'm struggling with being responsible and wanting to buy 73 Camaro Z28. Help. You're asking the wrong dude. I'm the friend you call when my friends call me when they want me to tell them, go ahead and buy that, man. Treat yourself.
Maybe this year should be easy since Peter and you did all the legwork last year, so there should be not a ton of
you know what's funny is I brought that up.
Computers.
I said that to Peter. I was like, we built the backbone last year. We should be good. And he didn't get snippety, but he was like, the backbone, yes, but there's a lot of work to do, Omar.
That sounds like me.
I was like, oh man. Omar's the wheelie of NMC, but I don't even rhyme. Wheelie rhymes. I don't rhyme. I just snap. I'm the cup of NMC.
And what's the moral of the story? College sucks and will eat away at your soul, but continue the process. So you can get that job that you want. And good Peter impersonation. Hey, that was a good Peter impersonation.
We talk a lot to each other. Yes.
For the Tiger Eyes poll, I feel like we need some Blade Omnis. I only saw that there's the early Tomb of Dracula stuff, maybe Midnight Suns as well. I love Marvel supernatural stuff.
We got enough for a modern. Did we not have a modern one?
Ooh, Hot Wheels Camaro for only $1.50.
Brand is joining us. And I think he Peter's building his own team because he knows I was busy on this end doing things. Yeah, I think Peter's got a team ready to start talking about mapping and stuff. So,
this is what my martial arts instructor does. He collects the Hot Wheels Camaro, or just Hot Wheels in general, because he really likes cars, but yeah, can't afford it. I find it weird how Marvel Omnis are available in digital format, but not DC Omnis. Why is that the case?
Dude, are you a fan of Gokaiger or are you a fan of Megaforce? Gokai Change? I actually like that. That's the one of the few Sentai series I watched. What was the question? I think it's because DC is right now DC is playing the catch-up game, right? You saw all these amazing DC releases that are coming in the catalog, and they're catching up. So I think once they get caught up with a lot of the releases, they'll start putting things digitally. I went back to college in my 30s to finish my BS, then went to do my MBA. I was much better student as a 30-year-old than I was. Absolutely. I agree with Edwin. Omar's...
Can you give us preliminaries on the Epic Collection poll? Which books are doing hot?
I think you know the answer, that if it's an Arachnite or a mutant, those always do good. There's two Amazing 3 and 7 are doing really well. Thor 5 is doing well, and Punisher 3 is doing well, and then X-Men I Magneto is doing well. The last I saw.
Steven, spending so much time watching this channel is probably a single reason I'm still single. Steven was asking earlier about the next haul video.
I'm filming it on Sunday, so it'll be maybe next Sunday while I'm at C2E2.
And speaking of which, who are you excited to see at C2E2? Are you anything to get signed?
Legit, I'm excited to see Lars and Oddfell. I really like hanging out with both of them. They're really good people. And I guess Amanda, but I see Amanda all the time.
Yeah,
but, they're just really genuine good people. And the way I told Oddfell this last year, a lot of people come up to her because not only for the channel, but because they're followers of her cosplay and stuff. But the way she treats people is really genuinely sweet. I was like, that's the people that I like surrounding myself with.
Yeah.
Lars is just a hoot and a holler, as my wife likes to say. He's good people.
Well, DG...
Yes, absolutely. If I have anything to say about it, it's one of my most wanted Daredevil Omnis. Absolutely.
And Saturday Morning Fan was mentioning that in the comics, we kill a Sharkticon with his own 2 arms. That's awesome.
Dude, IDW, man. It's best incarnation of Transformers. You are Gokaiger. Okay.
One of us.
I like the idea of having, the ability to use other people's powers. Gokai Change. Oh, man, whenever he did all the Red Rangers, that was pretty cool. Oh, Red Sentai. Lars doesn't read any crap.
Will you do a con walkthrough video?
Yeah, Amanda's gonna film that too. So she's I gave her my gimbal for the phone, so it should be a little easier, so we don't have to carry the whole camera this year. So is Jason Aaron's Thor good? You what?
I hate the gimbal.
Hate's a strong word.
Yes,
Melanie.
Don't you hate the gimbal?
We hate Nazis.
I hate trying
we
to
don't like
the
gimbal. We don't like the gimbal.
It was very frustrating.
By the way, that's a line. That's a line from Mad Men. It was when it was oh my gosh, what's his name? John Hamm's ex-wife, January Jones. She was complaining about the grocery. I hate going to the grocery store, and her new husband was like, "No, we hate Nazis. You don't like going to the grocery store." Jason Aaron's Thor run is absolutely 100% new reader friendly. Absolutely, it's one of the best things he wrote.
Megaforce, good guys always win, even in the 80s. And Jason Aaron's Thor.
Betty Draper, thank you. Yes, it's really good.
Okay.
Ultimate Cap was okay.
We don't like the gimbal. That's really sweet, James. No, I don't think we need to do a panel.
I'm gonna ask them if I could set up on Saturday and do a live stream from there, though.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like, I keep meaning to reach out to them. They're really good people that run that show. And if you have a chance to go to a convention, go to Heroes Con. Yes. We love every convention.
Josh will be there.
Yeah, Josh is set up there. We love every convention for different reasons, right? But Heroes Con is really truly the convention that I look forward to, and I'm glad we're going back this year. So,
do you keep track of the worth of your library? Like, if you have to build from scratch, how much money you need?
Oh, there is no building from scratch. If something happens in my library, I'm done. Channel's done. I'll do my channel from upstairs at the kitchen. I'll make video. I'll review Will Ferrell movies or something. I don't know. It just people ask me that. They're like, what would happen if something horrible? There is no rebuilding this. I have things that just they don't exist, right? And I mean I would probably still get things like DC Finest and Epic Collections, and that would be my route to collecting these things again, but that would be it.
How's Sergeant Fury 1, the Howling Commandos doing?
I'm afraid to look at that one. It wasn't doing too hot the last time I looked, but let me see. That might have changed. That might have changed. One thing I need to get before we do the next.
There are 1,300 responses.
Mm-hmm. Last year I think I was 17 altogether. Not terrible. It's pretty close to things like She-Hulk and Punisher Jigsaw Puzzle, so not terrible. That's actually doing pretty okay. So the only thing that will survive is the Will Ferrell movie. Probably, knowing my luck, yeah.
Let's see. I have things that don't exist. Me too, Omar. Me too. Is that what you said?
I mean, there are things that you can't replace. I have sentimental value and things that remind me of certain places I was in and times I was in my life. Have you ever considered doing a live stream with Dom, Lars, and the rest of them all on site?
I feel like you might be too busy.
On site, like flying to California. Dom's in Cali.
You're talking about C2E2? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I thought about doing that. Dom's not going to C2E2
yeah,
though.
That's true. Never mind. I don't know what you mean, Final Shadow. Sorry.
If you mean like on a Saturday live stream, like having them on, that you give Melanie a break. I'll give her a break. 1990 Ninja Turtles movie is 35 years old. Yes, it's been 35 years. Whoa.
Let's see. Josh saying do an NMC panel with me and some other people.
I have to prep for that.
Near Mint convention begin?
We will have a Omnicon, not to be confused with. That sounds like a virus, doesn't it?
If you could own only one issue, number one of a series in perfect condition, what would it be?
Giant Size X-Men #1. I used to have it, not in perfect condition, but yeah, Giant Size 1. Final answer. You? Means a lot to me. Not even the first appearance of Wolverine, but this is really means a lot to me. Spider-Man 1 or Alf #1 in perfect condition.
Just that is a good goofy answer. I have to let me think about it. You got any update from Alien Books?
About what, Jean Remy? I don't know if Ron's still watching. He could give us an update on things. Where's my favorite spot to read? On my couch. I love sitting on my couch, propping up a nice pillow.
My craft room.
Reading I do like your craft room. It is really comfy. Popping up a chair to rest my feet on, listen to an album, vinyl with my wife, sometimes my kids. Actually, yeah, your craft room. But it has to be all of us. I can't read by myself in there. It's not the same.
No.
Omar, Chris Claremont comes to Hungary in June. I will go there. Just 1 hour by plane.
Maybe One Piece #1.
Dude, that's what's up. I love Chris Claremont. Tell me who his handler is. I think I've gotten to know his handlers. Oh, I need to get a hold of what's her name? The John is always the best place to read. That's the real answer. That's the real answer.
We're gonna do a live table read of a classic X-Men story. Which story? Who can I play?
You can be Jean Grey. Peter can be Rogue. I'll be Wolverine. Who's Jess? Jess is Cyclops. Professor X is James. I don't know why I'm doing this. I said the same thing last night, that if something happened in my collection, I would be done collecting. I mean, there are things you just can't get back, right? You'll always have the memories, but I mean, yeah. What's the oldest comic? I was sent some Golden Age horror comics by Sean. Sean sent me some stuff, so I've got some Golden Age stuff from the 50s. but something that I never let go of, even after my divorce, like, because I had to sell a lot of my key issues. X-Men 90, I think I kept 97, 96 or 97, one of those. Anything Valiant related. I was unsure about the Resurgence Omnibus. Were they still coming out? I think as far as I know, they're still coming out. Where are you going?
To get my old comics.
Beast. No. You know what? Lars should be Beak. I'm making Lars Beak. Morning, Minties. Omar, so nice to meet you at Ohio. Hey, that was you. Okay. I was overdue, so I finally joined the Patreon and made the live chat. Well, thank you so much.
Aww,
my buddy
thank
Dan,
you for the that
was with us. He was like, because I got stopped a couple of times. He was like, I didn't know I was going to be hanging out with somebody famous. And I was like, yeah, you better get used to taking pictures of me and someone else, Dan. Thank you so much, man.
I'll get the outfit. Let's see.
What are you pulling out?
I don't know.
Who will be Lockheed?
Look how dusty this is.
Strider. That shows love. Dust.
Let's see.
Batman Beyond the White Knight Deluxe Edition is canceled. Like, they completely pulled it out of the catalog.
Let's see. That's
which I don't know why. I'm sure it'll be back.
Ooh, look at this one.
Hey, that's coming out in Omni format soon.
Yeah. I like that one.
It's a bummer. Any recommendations for a fan of Silver Age Flash? I read a couple of issues and liked it. I also plan on getting the DC Doom Patrol. And what was the other? Green Lantern.
So when I was in middle school, I'd walk over to the comic store after doing martial arts. Here's my favorite Spider-Man story. Look at that awful cover. Light the Night, parts 1.
That is Sal Buscema. He did not do awful covers.
Well, but no, this one is his proportions on his body. I love that story. Let's see. Oh, look.
You know about Val Kilmer? Rest in peace.
Here's the Hobgoblin, Demon Goblin we talked about earlier. That's the story I was trying to remember.
Adjectiveless Spider-Man. I love that you keep these comics in your little binder. It's adorable.
Well, yeah, why would I not? Like, that's what they were in. Oh, Overhaul loves that cover.
Has there ever been any word on a complete Invincible Library Volume 3 reprint? They're supposed to be restocking them.
Ooh, there's a cover I always liked. I guess I could take them out.
It's a nice way to display
up the whole thing.
This is how I display my Garbage Pail Kid cards, Bar. Love that way of collecting floppies. Yeah, she keeps them in binders.
Well, now I've got just boxes. This was from when I was a kid.
I need some Cheshire Cat advice. I feel like Alice in Wonderland is my... It's an Omni collecting. I have... Oh, wait. Alice in Wonderland.
I always like this cover. And he says, uh-oh.
I have several good ones, but should concentrate on characters, events, others. Of Alice in Wonderland? I need some clarification. Who published that?
No say.
Lethal Foes of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Limited. These are like...
Oh, hold that one up. Please hold that.
I bought it in the back issues because it had Spider-Man on the cover. I don't even remember.
Do any of you know who Meteor Man was? There was a movie, actually. There was a movie of Meteor Man. Oh my gosh, Melanie, you got Meteor Man 3. I didn't think I had a single Meteor Man. Oh my gosh.
Any 2099 news, Michael's asking, what about this right here?
No, look what she's got. Maximum clonage, baby.
Maximum clonage.
Part 4 of 6. Wow, you were big into Spider-Man.
Yeah, just if it had Spider-Man on it, I'd buy it.
Yeah. Robert Townsend. That's right. Good job, James. Robert Townsend. Meteor Man. What a bad comic series. There was a New Warriors one, too. Omar, I think he's saying Omnis are his rabbit hole like Alice in Wonderland. Oh, let's go back to that question now that I understand.
Bye, Dana.
In my late teens, I had a record collection with a lot of hip-hop tapes and records along with my comics. Burglars took everything but the comics. Burglars took my microwave, but not my Spideys.
Oh,
well,
really?
Suck on that, Burglars. Stephen Butler did that? Looks like Stephen or Wildman. Looks like Andrew Wildman, maybe. I need some okay. What do you like? What characters do you like? Let's go back to that, Matthew. Now that I understand the question more. Melanie just got way cooler. Meteor Man is not a
handyman.
Hold on, they never made Blank Man was the movie they made. They never made a handyman movie. That was a skit on in Living Color.
Oh my gosh, you can see the handprint. Look how dusty that is.
Quit judging.
It's fun. Oh, my favorite Wolverine.
Melanie is cooler than Omar. Okay, Blas.
I love this story.
You know, of all the things you could have kept,
I love that story.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's all about Sentinels and free will. And
that issue right there is the that's the proposal issue. Uncanny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I did get some X-Men.
So this is Uncanny X-Men 308. And if memory serves me correct, there's a misprint in every single issue.
Ooh. Remember the X-Men Adventures cover?
Yeah, based on the cartoon.
Look, that's such an awesome cover.
So it is one of the biggest flubs in Marvel history.
Marvel history.
Yeah. What ends up happening
oh my gosh, that ad.
in here is right here. That panel.
Let's see.
The word bubbles are missing. And you know what?
I think I remember
the response
that.
is, marry me. And what did you say? That is one of the biggest flubs in comic book history, that they messed that word bubble up. Like the text is missing. And they yeah. And then in about 2 or 3 issues later in the letter pages, they were like, oh my gosh, we messed that up so bad, so sorry. Here's what the panel should have said.
Oh, well, at least you can fill it. It's obvious that she said marry.
What if she said nothing? BS obvious. When I was a kid, I was like, what did she say?
Oh, well, his response is waiting. I asked you to marry me almost. So she must have said something about, I've been waiting too long for you to ask me to marry you. I don't know.
It is fixing the Phoenix and Cyclops wedding. Omni. Yep.
Ooh, look at this mutant gear you can get.
Look at the way you're holding that comic. One of my favorite finds was finding X-Men 101. Phoenix first appearance. That's awesome. Of course, Melanie's cooler. Omar has Uncanny game. That's right. I do. Says nothing. Runs away. Melanie being cooler than Omar was a given.
Oh.
Where is this coming from?
New.
X-Men animated manga adaptation. Better than X-Men Adventures. Eat it, X-Men Adventures.
Are you watching any anime at the moment? Oh, we watched the
Sakamoto Days
remake. And we were watching Sakamoto Days.
Now you mess me up. Sakamoto, right?
But we forgot. We haven't been watching it. I read manga. I'm reading The Promised Neverland. I'm more into manga now than watching anime, and I'm digging The Promised Neverland.
When I was young and new to collecting, I used to store my comics in those A4 plastic sleeves. About 20 comics in each sleeve, and none of them were bag and boarded. How are they holding up now? Melanie is cooler than Omar. Omar's just hot. I'll take it. Generation X Daydreamers issue was missing full art when released, like Sabretooth was missing from a page, but talked about like he was there. I think I remember that. I was getting out of comics when that was coming out. That's first appearance of an Alien suit.
Yeah, it's not in good condition at all, but I was still proud of it. I was like, oh, look,
the first appearance within the story. You actually have 258, don't you? I love that cover, by the way. That Spider-Man cover right there, Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm. Here, I think the back's like torn up, if I remember correctly.
Melanie, have you ever read Claremont's X-Men? She did.
I did. I don't remember.
I know what happened. You want me to tell you?
Wait, yeah.
You were loving it. You read Uncanny X-Men Omni Volume 1, and then Volume 2 came out, and you were so excited to finish the Dark Phoenix saga. You finished it. You got to issue 144, and you're like, I can't read this anymore.
Why?
It was the issue right after John Byrne left. So you were reading banger after banger after banger, and then you got to the Man-Thing issue, and you said, I can't do it anymore. And you're like, could I just like read some other X-Men comic? And I was like, no, we don't do that in this house. You got to appreciate the good stories. Then some of that is going through the bad. And that's what happened.
Yourself that, Omar.
That's what happened.
Actually, this what the cover's not torn on the back. This is pretty good condition.
It was only about 6 years ago when I got back into collecting that I even knew about bagging and boarding. Since then, they are all bagged and boarded. Or do you think there could be a Gambit solo epic collection? Solo, yes, absolutely. What's the likelihood you'll come to Alaska to a meet and greet? Oh! I'd love to go to Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. Been to Canada. Lots, but not to Alaska. Let's see here. Somebody was talking about 144.
I put it in the hardcover. The hard, it's like plastic, but hard plastic. Sleeve.
144 is kind of boring. It is, but you gotta appreciate. Like, how do you appreciate the good stories if you don't go through the bad ones? John Byrne always leaves marks behind. Yeah, as soon as Byrne left with 143, she was like, "I think I'm done."
Yeah, pretty good condition. It's my
look
channel.
at that right there.
Oh,
I hope my future wife is as cool as Melanie. She is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's why I locked that down. It's pretty smart too. You could almost say it's in near mint condition. Alaska in the summers. Nice. Berto, were you stationed there, brother? Good to see you, young Lotus. How you doing, brother? Condition. Who cares about floppies condition? We're collected edition readers. Say it out loud.
And then I asked my granny for Christmas for the money for these.
You're so cute. First appearance of Carnage.
Let's see. It was $16.
Look at that. Hold on. That's the newsstand. These
$10.
are newsstand edition, baby. Now, if you're a CGC guy, these are the ones you want to go after.
And this one didn't have money on it. I remember them being more than that.
$16 at the time when you were a kid, though. That's expensive for those. Will Miller and Jim Lee finish all? Wait. 9 men to 1 woman in Alaska. Forget it. I'm out. Will Miller and Jim Lee ever finish All-Star Batman and Robin? I think at this point that ship has sailed. You want me to go to Brazil? I'll go to Brazil. We'll have a near mint condition con.
Max. Oh, my future wife is Melanie. Call me.
Right, Max, you creep. You're off the team. We're collected edition readers. That's right. We don't read books in this hobby. We just have them collecting. What? No.
Ugh, my hands are dusty.
Firm believer in reading.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'm proud of that. That was a Christmas present. I'm proud of that.
Thank you. Can't have Christmas every day. Some days are just going to have to be a regular Uncanny X-Men 144, Melanie.
But there's so much good stuff to read.
Whenever John Byrne left the comic suddenly, the first page in the following issue should have been
you got
burned. Capital letters.
We are in overtime.
Oh, we are? All right, let's take 5 more questions. Let's do 5 more questions.
Whatever became of that Daredevil cliffhanger Kevin Smith left like 3 decades ago?
We're waiting on Kevin Smith to come back and do it, man. Although he was going to do some of it in the Bullseye miniseries he was working on.
You got Batman Harley Quinn signed by Dini and Ross. That's awesome.
Oh, that's a good one, man. Especially since Dini doesn't do a lot of cons these days. This one probably means a lot to me. I know I've shown it off a lot, but it's Uncanny X-Men 114. It's signed by Claremont, John Byrne, and Stan Lee. It's one of the few that's signed. Actually, I think this is the only one signed by all 3. I think I have a couple of other Stan Lee signatures, but this is the only one on X-Men with Lee. I need Terry Austin to sign this. But yeah, when I was a kid, I would stare at this and I'm like, how did the X-Men die? And I went to there was a comic store in Frankfort, Kentucky called a Comic Strip. And they had this, I can't remember, for like $10. And at 12 years old, I worked in a tobacco field for the summer. And I was like, I'm going to buy that comic. And they used to pay per stick. Kentucky was huge in the tobacco industry back then. And this is the first thing I bought.
Oh.
Yeah. First thing I bought with my own money that wasn't single issue, wasn't quarter comics, wasn't dime comics. So it means a lot to me. So I still have it to this day. And when I would go to cons younger, met Stan Lee and John Byrne and Chris Claremont, that's what I was like, oh, I got to get that book and get it signed. Yep, that one.
Just wanted to mention my appreciation of the stream today. I had a 60-minute round trip to attend a funeral, and it was good to have the stream to listen to on the way. I'm glad, Storm Nation, that we could help you out.
Sorry for your loss, dude. I'm sorry.
If Appleseed is collecting deluxe editions, how many volumes do you think there'll be?
2 or 3, because you got to get the data file. Got to put the data file on there, or data file.
Not a single issue, but Harley Quinn Hot in the City trade is my first ever comic, and I hold it dear to my heart. I'll never get rid of it.
Good for you, Barb. Good for you.
How is your Invisibles Omni holding out? I wanted to get it, but I heard it got bad binding. And if so, I'll probably get the compendium instead.
The Omni or the library edition? The library edition is okay. I gave away the compendium.
That comic is like your first time.
My number 1.
Aww. Have you read the Forever War comic? Also, a surprise you don't have Kick-Ass or Xena Warrior Princess in your basement.
I don't. Oh, do I have Kick-Ass? I may have given those away. I'm sure there's going to be a library edition. And no, I haven't read that yet. Do one more question and call it a day.
What do you guys think of Alan Rickson as Batman?
I really like Reacher, so sure, I'm in for that. Let's do this one. With the last Marvel Masterworks Ghost Rider coming out soon, what do you think? The likelihood of a classic Ghost Rider Omni following in the near future? Dude, here's hoping, because that would be cool. We only need 2. We only need 2.
So, just reach out. Thank you for reminding us to plug our Patreon.
Yeah, we never plug the Patreon. We suck at that. I suck more than you do.
Check out the tiers to start at $1. See if any of them meet your geeky needs. And thank you to people who do support us on Patreon. That Omar could not make this his job without you guys. So thank you.
Love you all. We are out of here. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I will be at C2E2 next week, so I won't be doing the live stream. Dom will be taking over with some friends. I don't know if Melanie wants to join or not for that, but she is the boss, so she can do whatever she wants to.
Oh, thank you.
But that's it, everyone. Stay healthy and safe. And until next time. Oh, I will be going live, of course, on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So that's it, everybody. We are out of here for now.
Stay minty.